Hello, this is Ando, and thank you for joining me for the unboxing of the EcoFlow 1300 Delta power station. I've left it in the original shipping crate or box that it came in. You'll see the hazardous materials labels that are required because of the corrosives in the batteries. There are just a few little blemishes in the box here, but nothing critical. That shouldn't really affect the product inside. I will mention that I did get this one from Amazon.com, but I've noticed they're also available at Home Depot, Target, and other retailers. Now, I bought it through Amazon, and you could buy it through the other retailers, but I've noticed that no matter who you buy it through, the order will be fulfilled by a company called VM Express. So that's who you'll be getting it from, regardless of where you buy it. Prices are pretty much the same everywhere you go. The good news is they do run some small specials from time to time. I missed a previous special, but I waited a bit. Another one popped up, and I believe this one came to me maybe like $100 less than original price. Already I'm seeing a warning label that says keep this box, and of course that's for returns. So opening up this outer container, I do realize there's these nice styrofoam pieces that keep this from getting damaged. So now let's see how easy it is to get this out. Oh, that's wonderful. They actually have these divided, so they're real easy to get out. One thing I'll say about VM Express, I purchased this, so they have no idea I'm even filming or sharing this video. So far so good, I'm happy with them. They did ship it to me via a company called OneTrack or OnTrack, and the box clearly states signature required, and they just dropped it off in the lobby of my building, and it was just sitting out there for about 5 or 6 hours with all kinds of people walking by. A box this small, valued at over $1,000. I was not very happy, so I filed a complaint. All right, I'm going to lift this out. Oh, okay, it is heavy-ish. Little break there in the cardboard. And there we have it. That's beautiful packaging. Sealed so that I can tell it's an original unit in the original box as far as I can tell. And it also warns me again here on the top to keep this box for returns. All right, let's get inside this thing. I'm going to reposition. Actually, I'll just drop this down again so the camera can hopefully catch everything that I'm doing. So now it's time to open up the box. Now that we've uncrated the box, I'm going to go ahead and open up the packaging. I'm sure at some point there'll be open box specials available for maybe a bit of a better price. All right. Got bounced around a little. The little warranty pack was not down in the little recess that was made for it. But this is really nice. Claim your warranty, so I'll make sure that later today I go online and fill that out. I absolutely want to make sure this is registered. I lucked out. My Dyson fan over there, it's pretty expensive. It had an issue about a year ago. Luckily, I registered it, so when I contacted them, they just sent me an entirely new unit. So I can't express enough how important it is to register your products. Nice little foam piece. Okay, the next box to bring out Whoa. Well, so much for keeping the box that it came in. I'm going to have to figure that out. So the little accessory kit is the next thing to be opened. And got some little tabs that I can't quite figure out. And so now I'm tearing the box, unfortunately. Okay, so I have the solar connector instructions. I'm really going to have to study these because I'm not sure if I'll buy the EcoFlow Delta equivalent panels from this same company or if I'll buy different panels. But I have my connectors for 12 volt automobile charging. I have that wire. And then for the solar panels, I have this setup. This is the piece that goes into the power station, and these are the pieces that go into either the solar panel or the daisy chain solar panel. I'll have to research how that happens. And then the good old-fashioned wall plug, which is what I'll be using because I do not have solar panels. The reason I bought this was because of its incredible charging time. This can go from 0 to fully charged in about 2 hours, which is pretty incredible. I also don't have the solar panels right now because I live in a studio apartment. Space is a premium, and I don't have anywhere to deploy them to collect solar power. So for me, I don't need those yet, but I will be getting those in the future. For me, this is about just having a backup power supply if we lose power intermittently, and then for hitting the road if I do any kind of camping trips or things like that. It's a bit overkill for camping, I think, but I wanted to make sure I have as much power as possible. So I'm looking in the box now, and it's in this nice little, I don't want to call it canvas, but it's in some kind of a carry case, or at least a protective envelope of some sort. All right. So out of the box, you get the warranty packet, you get the 3 cables, and you get the device. That's it. All right. Going to move these guys aside. And let's take a look at the machine a little more closely. I really like the idea of a fast charging solar power station. I was traveling quite a long time ago. I was in Vladivostok, which is in the Russian Far East, thriving city on the Sea of Japan. It's about 60 miles north of the North Korea border. And although a thriving city, I was staying out a little away from the city. And I noticed the infrastructure was not in great shape. And they would have continual power outs. And shopkeepers couldn't close their doors. They just had to work right through it. And people at home just had to work right through it. So I thought this would be an amazing machine. If your power is only on for an hour or two, this is fully charged. And then if you can't rely on the power grid, this is there for your backup. And that's how I'm planning on using it initially. It'll be plugged in and topped off, and then I'll be able to use it if we have any intermittent power failures. I think about those conditions in California where they turn the power off intentionally to avoid starting any forest fires. So, now this case does have a little zipper, and I don't know why. Maybe that's so you can access the controls while it's still in the bag, but I think for cooling purposes, I wouldn't want this to be in its carrying bag when it's operating. All right, I've got some kind of a warning label up on top. It says that it's committed to environmental protection. It's chosen a free spraying technology to assure pollution-free. Okay, this is its kind of green statement. And I think if you are collecting electricity from the sun, that's ultimate green. So I could definitely see where they want to appeal to everybody who's interested in being green. At the front of the unit is just the fans for cooling the battery. I guess that's not the front, but that's the side. And then the other side has the 3 ports for those 3 wires: solar, household current, and your 12 volt from your car. According to the website, if you have 400 watts of solar power coming into this machine, it'll charge in 4 hours. I think that's incredible, because if you're in some weather that's kind of, mixed conditions, you actually can get this thing maybe charged all the way up in a short day. All right, so I think this is actually the front, which is the control panel protected by that plastic, my USB outlets, a power on switch for those, and another power on switch likely for the 110 current in the back. So I have 6 outlets in the back plus a solo 12 volt cigar lighter style outlet. So that's the unboxing of the Delta EcoFlow. The EcoFlow Delta. Anyway, a really nice power station. I guess the next thing to do is to get this charged up. So let's take a look at what happens when we plug this in. All right. Now in this video, this is all about unboxing. And in a future video, maybe in the next few days, I'm actually going to put this thing to the test for just everyday use in my kitchen, and well, likely just my kitchen. So let me turn this around. There's the screen. As I plug this in, I have no idea what's about to happen. What I recommend that you do is actually read the instructions first. There might have been something critical I missed. I'm guessing not. Oh yeah, here's the quick start guide on the back of this envelope. So how to turn on the PC power, how to turn on the AC power. Well, I'm not ready for that. But it does say please fully charge before use. Plug into wall, plug into device. I think I did that. So, okay, never mind. I guess the instructions weren't that critical to follow. But there it is. I want to note that it is, hey Siri, what time is it?
It's 1:50 p.m.
So it's 10 to 2 when I turn this, or when I plug this in, and I'll pause and then report back how long it took to get to full. I'm actually thinking they sent it with a partial charge, because according to the screen, it already says 30%. So that was nice of them to send it with a partial charge. So it's saying 51 minutes to go from 31% to full. So, gosh, that'll be like 2:45. It'll be done. The top is showing me, I guess, the watts going in, and the bottom is showing me the watts going out, which at this point is 0 because I have nothing plugged in. There's a little light above the on-off switch that's pulsing, and I don't know why. But in that 51 minutes I have to wait for this thing to charge up fully, I'll be finding out. So we're already at 32%. So we just gained 2% in the last minute. So that is really impressive. I'll also say that a fan kicked on. At this point, it's pretty quiet. I'm guessing that when we put a load on the device, we'll probably get a little more fan noise. But they're powerful fans because I can feel a little current, even though they're not probably on their highest setting coming out of this side of the machine. So that fan is doing its job. Okay, so that was the unboxing of the EcoFlow Delta power station. And By now you've probably already researched all the numbers, but it looks like it's about a 12 to 1300 watt hour device with a 1800 watt power supply with a 3300 surge. So those are the technical numbers that you probably have already looked up. I'm guessing it's about 24 or 25 pounds, maybe, just by guessing from having just lifted it. And yeah, that's it. So I'll go ahead and see you guys in 50 minutes, and we'll take a look at the device once it's fully charged. Okay, so now we are at the end of our charge time. So I did a time check at 1:50 is when I started charging, and at 3 o'clock is when the fan kicked off, but it was done charging a little before that. I think the fan just runs for a few moments. So my charge time was roughly in the 50-minute to 1 hour mark to go from 30% to full. So that's pretty impressive. Just so you can see, we have 0 watts going in because it's fully charged. There's 0 watts going out because I don't have anything plugged in. It's showing 100% charged. And there is a 99-hour run meter showing. And of course, that number will fluctuate greatly based on what I have plugged in and what I'm using at the time. So that could go down to as little as 1 hour, I'm guessing, if I have a really heavy draw. So it looks like it is ready to go. The fan is kicked off. It's now not making any noise whatsoever. Just unplug that. And I think we're good to go. I do want to mention that when you do lift the box out of the shipping container, I just grabbed it by the sides, and you might have seen that, but now I'm looking at the box and it says clearly to put your hands in the handholds. So I want to make sure you know that. I would hate to have you drop your device. So there are nice handholds for this box to come out. So that's it for the unboxing video. However, I will be filming a few practical use videos. So tomorrow or the next day, I'd like to get this running and plug in some various appliances and see what my run times might be, what types of devices it can handle on a daily basis. So please be looking forward to those videos once I get them posted. So thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you next time.